And we're here. Hello, everybody. It is Sunday. It is a Some Other Heroes Day. And we are back. Hello. My name is Chris. I use he, him pronouns, and I have the honour and joy of being the GM and producer of this ongoing D&D 5e stream with these beautiful queer dungeoneers. Our homebrew world is set in a world of skyships and floating islands and strange magics and spooky mansion mysteries, of which we are in week 3. I'm going to get my wonderful cast to introduce themselves. You can tell that I have just had coffee and my brain has literally just kicked in. So we're going to start with Charlie.
Oh, hello. Hi everyone. I'm Charlie. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Aisling, who has got the vibe of having just had coffee that has kicked in, but isn't allowed caffeine anymore. And she's a Saw Warlock, and I also really appreciate that everyone arrived in uniform today, in our goth uniform. So, yeah.
Come to Eugene's funeral.
Oh, fuck. Well. And I'm also using Spare the Dying the very second this game starts.
Theo, would you like to go second?
Sure.
Would you like to go last? Because it will be your last.
Hello, I am Theo. I use they them pronouns, and I will be playing Eugene, the half-elf, fully unconscious wizard.
With 2 failed death saves.
Amazing. Michelle, would you go next, please?
Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. I use she, her pronouns, and today I will be playing the not dead yet skier, also known as Skylar Skymanson. Not currently dying, but feeling like it.
Good.
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Exactly.
Oh, get out.
No. Stay. I like it.
Yeah, stay. You're dead anyway.
Wayne, would you go next, please? I don't know what we'd do if he does.
Panic, probably. Hi, everybody. My name is Wayne. Welcome to my ASMR channel.
Oh, no. Okay. No.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Right, banned.
Charlie doesn't like that because she likes it. Anyway,
Creepy.
Yeah, my pronouns are he, him, and today I shall be playing the Dragonborn Rock, who is probably in the mid-panic about now.
Thank you so much. We are all here. We have a very interesting episode to jump into, which we will get to in a minute. But before we do that, I have a couple of little tiny bits of admin and shout-outs to do. It's a bit different this week because we have a couple of big announcements we want to talk to you all about. The first being, we want to shout out our wonderful mods, Hedgehog UK and Bespectacled Man. They are amazing humans. They are wonderful, wonderful people, and they are there to keep the chat safe and kind and fun. We are a LGBTQIA plus focused stream. And a TTRPG space, and we want to create a safe space for everybody in our family, and anybody else who wants to come and join us. You are very welcome, but we do not put up with transphobia, homophobia, racism, ableism, misogyny, or anything along those lines. So, if you do see anything that makes you feel uncomfortable and you would like us to have a look at it, and the cast are busy in full flow, please just throw a whisper to either of those wonderful gents, and they will just have a quick look over it and just make sure it's okay. Do not worry. And they will also smack the bots. That's right.
Can we, instead of mods check that, can we call it send it to the boys in the lab? like that.
I feel like with the amount
Yes,
of
a vote,
NCIS and CIS and things that Wayne's been watching recently, that's perfect.
You send that to the boys in the lab, please.
Actually, that maybe we should make that our code word.
Yeah.
Awesome. Our next shout out is for us. June is coming and it's going to be here sooner than you think, and for the whole of June, which is Pride Month internationally, we will be running a special set of shows across the channel. There will be some extra shows, there will be some amazing guests, there shall be lots of fun, and we are going to be raising money for a wonderful charity. Details are coming very, very soon, but the one thing I did want to share with you all is I shall be stepping out of the GM's chair for the month, and I shall be handing the reins over to the wonderful Theo Parrish, who shall be taking us through a game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians.
Yeah, boy!
What a mistake to make.
It's gonna get sassy, it's gonna get saucy, and it's going to be absolute wonderful gay.
It'd be so gay!
I'm very, very excited. Everyone's working really hard on their characters in the background. Michelle's providing some art, which is looking beautiful already, and Wayne is working hard on some new overlays. There is more information to come, including wonderful information about all the guests that are going to be joining us through the month and what they'll be doing with us. So stay tuned to our channels and keep coming back here. We'll be updating you at the beginning of each show.
He's going to get gayer.
It's going to be
Oh, as if it couldn't already. It's gonna.
You thought this stream was queer when you first discovered it. It's going to get queerer.
We're comfortable with you all now. We're about to get much gayer. So, I was going to say something else. Oh, yes. That's our big shout out for today. But we also wanted to say that we are updating our interval video. Wayne has finished doing it. And we will be looking for wonderful people to put in it. So, if you have shows, if you have projects, if you have books, art, or anything along those lines, and you would like us to share it with our audience, please drop us a message on any of our socials. We are at Some Other Heroes, wherever your media is socialed, or tag us with the work that you are doing, and we will try and get it into our intervals and into our weekly video. We're quite excited about this. It's going to be really, really good. You will still see our regular friends, Dice and the Slice, Forest of Law, and Misadventurous League appearing there on a regular basis because they're our family and we're not going to stop talking about them. But it just gives us a chance to spread that out and kind of share the love with more people.
Also, there's no pressure. You don't
pressure.
have to have like a book published to, want to shout stuff out. Feel free to just let us know about your own projects and stuff that you want support for, or you want people to pitch up for, or you just want people to show a bit of love for. You don't have to be super amazing in any particular way. You can just be super amazing you.
That's all we ask for. You and the wonderful things that you do. So, that is it, unless there's any announcements or things that I have missed.
Yes.
What's that? What did you miss? What did I miss?
I would like to say a special shout out, please, to a happy birthday for Charlie's mum.
Happy
Happy birthday, Charlie's mum.
As is Some Other Heroes ruling, you get a point of inspiration to spend at any point you want during your future.
Mum, text it to me. Text me.
You can text it to any of us.
No,
just
you can
saying.
send. You follow me on Instagram. Send it to me there.
As a
Mum,
birthday
I'm your
treat,
child.
as a birthday treat,
You've given her enough inspiration.
Fuck.
as a birthday treat, if you do want to use it on a roll today, text it to Charlie and let her know who gets it.
Yes. Okay.
The power.
Yeah.
I'm giving you power to influence the game. Thank you.
So, Mum,
Okay.
if you want to make a roll better, text me who you
Yeah.
want to make it better for.
And get ready to text quite quickly, maybe.
Yeah, I was going to say, considering that Eugene has failed 2 out of 3 death saving throws, we may need it. Just saying, you know.
I'm also going to point out that the DM is also a player.
No, that doesn't.
No. I think the fact that they have a different name and everything, it's player, DM, player, no.
Too
Whole
complicated.
thing.
Yeah. Brilliant. Happy birthday, Charlie's mum. We love you to pieces, and we love that you come and hang out with us every week. So have an amazing day. And with that, I think it's time I dropped the titles.
Somebody ban Hedge.
With the dome.
Put it in.
And we are back.
Put it in.
Which just leaves me to say,
Sorry.
previously on Some
Being
Other
good, being
Heroes. Our 4 friends are deep in the mansion of Phirun Pyrus, one of their enemies, abandoned by him around the time that they took the title, Parshkik's Chosen, and part of a larger conspiracy across the Empire and the scattered lands. To what extent, they are still not certain. They have fought dangerous creatures, tripped around powerful traps, and faced down in the most horrific way the monsters that they could only imagine from their own pasts. Memories sundered, flesh torn, tired, and with 2 party members on the floor, they stand and wait.
No, she does. Ashley does.
Presently, Aisling and Rock stand awake, alive. Skia is just fluttering back into consciousness, having managed to force off death. Eugene lies unconscious at the very edge of death. So with that, Theo, Eugene wakes up in a strange place. A large colonnade, dark hallway with huge, vast books everywhere you go. Can see. The room is quiet. The echoes of your own breathing cast around you. You are on your own. Also, you think. As you sit up, you notice that there is a tall figure in a long purple robe, stacking books near one of the shelves. They seem to be humming to themselves ever so slightly.
Excuse me.
They turn. You can't make out anything more than just a chin in the shadow of their hood. There is gold trimming on the edge of their robe, and something oddly familiar about them. You can roll me a religion check if you wish.
That is 25.
25. It takes you a second, but you quickly realize you are standing in front of the lawkeeper, one of the 12 deities who guard mortal kind. Hello there. You appear to be somewhere you're not supposed to be yet.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I don't know how I got here.
He looks down at you for a second, or they look down at you for a second. You can't actually tell the gender of this person, just that they're tall and covered. They drift, almost like their feet don't touch the floor, off to one side, and beckon for you to follow them.
Yeah, I get up and follow them.
Walking through the books, you, with your attention to detail, you instantly recognize that there are names on many of these books, lives being filled or completed. A few steps in, and they pull off a large tome bound in a deep dark leather with elven writing down the side, which you read as your name. They flick it open, and their eyes, you assume their eyes, seem to settle on the page. Ah, that would explain it. You are supposed to come here someday, but it seems that fate has fractured, and a choice has to be made.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but when you say here, where exactly are we?
You are in the seat of knowledge, one of the 12 realms that guards Erebus. Or, I should say, your mind is here. Your body sits at the precipice. But it seems someone wants you to have an opportunity to talk to me. I imagine Erebus themselves is interfering. So, Fate Woven, you must have a lifetime's worth of questions, and I can answer but one in the time you have.
I'm sorry, there's just, that's quite a lot of pressure.
Your life is shaped by the pressure you will face, I am afraid.
So, you're saying I can ask you one question?
Yes.
And then what?
Well, that will be down to fate itself. Either breath will gather in your chest and you will awaken, or Brother Moon will collect you.
Right.
I'm
God,
afraid
there's so many questions I could ask right now.
Michelle's right, you should ask if they have snacks.
What's going on under the robe? Sorry, I'm thinking.
I know. I've just put something very big on your shoulders in a quick space of time. Questions in chat we have at the moment is: ask for the meaning of life. Does this hat suit me? Why is Rock like that?
Why does Rock hate Gree?
Does Gree like me? Yes, no. So while Eugene thinks, the library is vast and infinite, almost like every book that was ever written and every book that could have been written, every story told and every story that was never finished is in one place. There is a sense that the only person who can read it is the lawkeeper, and they mark the passing of the world. It is the Lord Keeper's duty to gather all the knowledge that passes through Erevis and keep it. They do so willingly. Very few worship the Lord Keeper, as they are a very guarded god. They do not offer much for their devotion. But in the times that they choose to get involved, their knowledge is always honest, always very rich, and always helps those who can ask.
Okay, I think I have my question. And it is... how do I know what the right thing to do is?
You are a creature of logic who balances right and wrong as numerical values like an arcane inscription. But you also have a true and uncorrupted heart, one that you use to guide yourself and your friends. You already know the answer to that. You go with your instinct, you make informed choices, and you do what you must. And you must stick your course. In your days to come, your faith in yourself, your faith in the world as you know it, and even your faith in the gods will be challenged. I would ask you not to give me false devotion, but rather trust in the knowledge you have to guide you through that. Know this: the gods of Erevis are spread thin. We are doing what we can to aid you all. Something is coming, and we are not prepared, nor do we have the strength to face it directly. I sense the coming of fate we've woven. The age is changing. You can do so with our blessing, and we will support you. But ultimately, irrespective of whatever gods you bend your knee to, it is your choices that will shape the world. And I, for one, would not place that in any other hand than yours. I trust your judgment. Now, I have held you for as long as I can in this realm, but these are not my choices to make. And they beckon back down to where you first awoke. you see a white light forming, and a young, sprightly figure holding a bow over their shoulder, waiting. Theo, would you please roll me the last death saving throw?
I don't know which dice to use.
And bounce back to everybody, so we're all back on screen.
Oh. This is fine and great and fine.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Before anything, Wayne, does Rock have a paladin aura yet?
I love that Michelle's gaming this. I love it. It's good.
I want it, but no. Okay, never mind.
I'm just gonna take a photo of that.
Oh my god.
Okay. You sending it in chat?
What? Shit, I don't want to see it.
Oh no.
Why? Why a picture?
Refresh.
I haven't got it yet.
Wait a second.
Okay.
This is fine and great and fine and great.
It's a...
I haven't got it yet either.
I think
I
you
can
just
just tell
sent it.
you.
I think you just sent it to me, Theo, by the way.
Oh, really?
Charlie,
Well done,
you reveal.
I rolled a
We were-
7.
You rolled a 7.
It's because you just messaged me. Yeah.
I know.
Sorry, everyone. I'm an idiot.
I'm special.
No, I love that.
Fuck, dude.
Aisling,
Uh-huh.
you charge over to Eugene's side.
I
Spell.
use Mirthful Leap. I fucking go quick.
There's nothing mirthful about the situation, Aisling.
You reach out to your friend to spare the dying. But there is nothing there. Eugene's soul has left his body. Your friend lays dead at your feet.
I've got to be... Okay, no, I'm doing it wrong. That's what it is. That's what it is. I'm doing it wrong.
But
Okay.
what's going on?
I'd normally ask Eugene to help with this, but he's like that. Okay, so it's not. So who else can do spare the dying? Because mine's not working.
What?
That's a fair point. Do you have any inspiration left, Theo?
I don't.
Can
Hey,
I
Mum.
give Theo my inspiration?
Hey mum. Hey mum. Hey mum. You know Chris gave you that inspiration that you can use on anything. If you want to give it to Theo, just text. Yes, she said yes. She just sent back a massive yes.
I
Okay.
believe that. That's more
Yeah.
than fair.
It just popped up on the bottom of my screen.
I was just waiting for us to discover this is when your mum went to make tea for 20 minutes.
Or
She
she's
said,
like,
"Theo,
I never
have-"
liked that Eugene anyway.
It's all right.
No,
I'll save it for my daughter. It's all right. She'll need it later.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
now
she's just
Eugene,
said,
no problem.
Theo, have the thing now.
Have the thing now.
Thanks, Charlie's mum.
That 20. Let's
Right.
go.
Not
Yes.
that dice.
No,
No,
that.
that dice is going in the bin.
Yeah.
My hands are so clammy.
I know.
I think it might have been fated because I just rolled a 9.
Oof.
So I have a question before our friends react. Does Eugene want to come back?
right now in this moment, are you asking Theo? Are you asking Eugene?
Eugene.
Yeah.
What would Eugene give a god of knowledge to come back?
I don't know what I have that I can offer a god of knowledge. They know everything already.
Cool hat.
Got this cool hat.
I can kill some rats for you.
I love Scott's comment. Slidey thumb.
Oh my god.
No, Rooney, I'm not giving up my intelligence. I'd rather die.
A bribe?
Slip a 20 across the table.
Go flip a gold coin to them.
Firstborn.
Firstborn, 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 firstborn.
Oh, just give him Gree!
Green.
No.
Rock.
No.
Rock.
Rook? He's been dead already. He knows the routine. He's like,
I mean, Skia and Ashling have already said they preferred Eugene to Rock being alive, so that's fine.
Oh, what did we say? When?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, I remember.
Really?
You weren't so glad I came back, remember? You were talking about leaving me dead. That's fine. Yeah, it's alright.
I don't remember this.
Bringing
We
it
gotta talk
back
about
from
this.
Rock making this about him.
Gaslighting.
Obviously.
There is an opportunity here for Eugene to return. It would involve him serving a deity.
If not, we'll find a way to bring you back.
Death Mission 2.0.
Yeah. You guys, Ashley's done this once before. Like, how hard can it be?
Speed run, baby.
Yeah.
Speed run. Completed it, mate.
Yeah.
Does Ashling have Revivify or anything?
Nope. Ain't no cleric.
I think you're the only person that can get it, actually.
Not yet.
When you say serve a deity, what do you mean?
Eugene is unbonded to any god at this point. It would mean, in the same way that Rock has become a avatar of a particular deity, Eugene would become the lawkeeper's representative in the world. You would need to do things for them, follow their path, acknowledge their power, and in return they will give you your life back. With that earlier role, there are worse gods to be bonded to. Generally,
It's a difficult situation because I feel like right now in this moment he probably wouldn't want to because he doesn't really like, I'm not saying he doesn't respect the gods, but he kind of doesn't love the way that they do things. So
More than fair.
I think he would need to be convinced. I don't think he would just be like, yeah, sure, I'll
yeah.
be your bitch. Do what you say.
I'll be your sugar wizard.
Without like not like some kind of discourse or like convincing. Do you know what I mean?
This is the feeling you get back from that. The Lawkeeper is not a god of bargains and doesn't enter this lightly. But also, empirically, logically, you are dead. They can make that go away. In doing so, they would like you to become a protector of knowledge, a gatherer of information, and a seeker of secrets that must be brought into the light. In their name.
I don't know.
Let's come back to you. I've put a lot on your shoulders very quickly. So let's go back to your friends. Aisling, you try the spell again. And again. And again. You've drawn as much of that connection as you can, that trick, that skill, that magic that you have linked to the realm of dust and shadows. Nothing. Nothing. Not a glimmer, not a speck. Rock and Skier, I think you're probably standing up stiffly at this point. You both see Aisling desperately trying to funnel magic into Eugene to get him to breathe, to get him to react.
If it looks like it's not working and Aisling's spiraling, Skier will just like put a hand on her shoulders and gently pull her away.
I think she's pretty dissociated at this point, but her feelings are very like big. And is there scope, Chris, for her sorcerer side of her to have some sort of visual thing right now?
Absolutely.
Like her magic's trying to hold on to Eugene even though Skier's pulling her back.
Astral vines wrapped around Eugene's body, not formed, not able to kind of stop you pulling her away, but just twisting and as they get to a certain distance, as that spell fails for the last time.
Aisling, look at me. It's not working. Okay.
It will work. It'll work.
Aisling,
It'll work. Yeah. What?
it's not working. We have to
But
try something else. And I just look to Rock because I'm like, what the hell do we do?
It can't not work. It can't not work because it didn't work with Rock, and it can't not work.
Okay, quick. Who is the most powerful person we know that could bring Eugene back or could bring us somewhere? Quickly. Most powerful magic user. Who?
Alabaster?
He's not dead. Okay, everyone breathe. Okay.
Just think.
Aisling
Quickly.
starts casting the thing that gets in touch with Alabaster straight away. She's like making a fucking mess of it, but she's panically trying to get in touch with Alabaster.
Rock is going to pick Eugene up. And I am going to grab, push myself between Aisling and Skier, and I'm going to pull something out of my pocket, and I am going to smash the gem of escape that I have had for 90 episodes.
Oh my god, shit.
So that it takes us out of this to where we entered the location.
So the gem of escape flashes, and this is something that Aisling and Rock have seen others use. Skier, you've seen these used in the Empire a number of times. This is an Imperial spy trick. Like, if things go completely south, smash it, run. It gets you outside of a building or a dungeon or anything like that. You appear on the steps of the mansion. The first fingers of dawn are starting to appear over the forest. It is busy. There are people all over, rushing back and forth.
I think as soon as we land, Rock just yells like they've never heard him yell before at everyone and anyone who's within reach, and Rock just yells, "Who is the most powerful healer? We need a healer. We need someone to bring them back now, now!" And just yells at them. And he's going to just try and cast spell after spell. So I'm going to cast Sanctuary. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Anything that I've got left. And then I am also, like in this frenzy, I'm going to grab my last remaining male bird and just shove it at Skier and just say, "Someone, get someone to get us out of here and help. Send it to someone. It'll be there quick. Just whoever the most powerful person is. Aisling, what about the druids? Someone there. I'm breathing. It's fine. Just quick. We have to move quick." Okay. And he's just going to grab Eugene and sit down and just literally, shouting at people to get help.
Skier's gone into that kind of mode of, I imagine, like a first responder who has seen this, but it's never been like her friend. So it's like, okay, this is not good actually, because this is going to be really traumatic for everyone. Rock, take Eugene to our room. I will find help and get us there. Keep him safe, keep him comfortable. Aisling, go with him. I will find someone. And then I'm immediately going to go for the head of the Tin Hats, Lieutenant, what's her face?
Is running towards you right now. Parfil Ardry is...
I'm going to put my hand on...
her is Turgle Alpenfrost and a couple of other people. All of them have weapons out. As soon as Turgle gets you, he screams over his shoulder, Beth, we've got another one here! And they start guiding you to a makeshift healer's tent that has been thrown up since you went inside.
I'm going to just pick Eugene up, but I'm going to first put my hand on Aisling and just literally put my hand on her arm and just say, he's going to need us both to be with him. So let's be here for him, both of us, okay? Come on. And I'm just going to try and calm her by giving her something to focus on. And I'm going to just walk down with him, with Eugene, to wherever they show us. I think Rock is also probably not... This sounds terrible, but I don't think Rock will care who is in the way.
That's fine.
Sounds
I think...
or if there are people in a queue, or if there's people ahead of us, I think Rock will not care.
You are shown into this tent. Turgle and Parfil are pushing people aside, trying to clear it out. I think people recognise you as the people that turn back the fog and immediately are kind of stepping in. There's murmurs you can hear off the distance as heroes, champions, saviours. What happened, what was in that mansion, what really happened. You find there are several people very badly wounded. There is one orc, not one you recognised, presently fighting off the shadow curse, trying to find enough strength to survive. Their skin already blackening, turning, and a couple of the Tin Hats stand over them ready to put them down if they cannot win. A older woman in her early 60s, silvery hair, long and braided, with a motherly expression, guides you. Quickly, over here, let me have a look. What have you tried so far?
Everything.
We've tried everything that is in our power to do. We've tried healing, we've tried to spare the dying, we have tried to protect the body, but none of it has worked.
She nods. I have limited strength left, but I will ensure your friend's body is safe and cannot be used. You see her glow. She grabs an amulet, which you recognize as belonging to the farmer and the builder, the twin gods who are the gods of civilization. And she places...
I think Rock's just going to immediately just say to it, no, wait, you must have someone who can revive people. Who is the most powerful here?
We are a small village, my lord. All I can do is keep his body safe until someone stronger than me can get to it.
Okay, fine. I'm going to telepathically message Skia and literally just say, they have no one here who can do this. Find someone. But he's going to do it telepathically so that Aisling doesn't hear him panicking.
She fills with radiant energy and places a hand gently smoothing Eugene's hair out of his face. Stay. Do not let others use your form. Be mindful and part of this civilization, little one. You are still welcome here. The choice is yours. She will cast Gentle Repose. Eugene. So for the next 10 days, he cannot be raised as an undead, and his body will not degrade. Skia.
Yes, I think Skia is going to immediately go towards the stables and to be like, give me the fastest horse and where's the nearest temple, and if it's having to go back to the city, that she'll ride this horse into the ground. Fuck horses. Skia doesn't
We've
mean that.
established that we set
established-
fire
Told you.
to them and send them somewhere.
Chris, I know this is weird, but I think Rock would probably try it. Can I try and use detect thoughts? Just because I would try and reach something in Eugene. Because I know what it was like for me. And I know that there was this whole experience of being beyond there. So it's not like your consciousness stops. So, I mean, I think Rock has never tried this, so he wouldn't necessarily know whether it would work. But just anything to see if he could tell if Eugene is still there somewhere. Because he doesn't really know. My death was different. There was the Vine Lord thing. There was all this kind of stuff. Like, I don't really know what it's like. So,
Yeah. There is nothing. Eugene is empty. There are no thoughts there.
are you sure it's Eugene and not Aisling? I mean, I think
and
Rock
Skia.
Rock will just stand. Is Aisling staying with me or?
Yeah, I'm in a full dissociative panic state right now, but her face is just tears.
Aisling and Skia, I would like you both to make a quick wisdom check.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay. Well,
Roll, Aisling, please.
fuck my drag. Got an 11.
11.
7.
Hey!
Great job,
You
guys.
We're
Thanks.
so well.
You're both panicking.
Yeah.
It doesn't occur to you.
What doesn't occur to them?
Yeah.
They didn't,
Yeah,
they
what
didn't
doesn't
pass the
occur?
roll. I
You'll
can't tell
never
you.
Yeah.
know.
Well, I think Skia's used to having a cleric around and isn't so used to this situation, but is used to like, okay, you just run to the nearest cleric. That that's all she can do. So, and she's desperate to. She can't be casting spells like the others can to feel like they're doing something. So,
What's she doing
Yeah.
with the mail bird that Rock gave her?
How quickly does the male bird travel?
Flies the speed of a crow, so it's quite fast. It goes 120 foot in an action, but the further the distance it needs to go, the longer it takes to get somewhere. So somewhere like Clough's Cairn, it could probably be there in a matter of minutes.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, she's written.
The crow is
Rooney,
laden
I was
by a
literally
European
about to
swallow.
ask that exact fucking question. Literally.
Yeah, she's thinking who would she message.
The cairn is the only place in safe distance at this point.
Okay, so I
From
think
Skier's perspective.
yeah. I think she would either send to. I think she'd message Uncle Perb because as like Eugene's closest kind of like relative, but not so close that like I'm not going to tell your mum. That's going to be awful. But he will know what to do, and while Skier's on her way, so she'll say
With
Eugene's.
God,
Oh,
sorry,
go on.
please finish.
Eugene's hurt. I'm writing to you. We need a cleric. It's Skier.
With that thought, make me another wisdom check.
It's better. 17.
Oh,
17.
Satan.
As soon as you kind of go, right, Perb has a sending stone. Eugene has a sending stone to Perb.
I run back. Start rummaging through.
You
Eugene's
drift
stuff.
that horse.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit. You just come running in, immediately rummaging through Eugene's pockets and all of his stuff.
Skia, this is no time to be robbing
There's a
him.
lot of stuff in those pockets.
Oh my god, why do you need all these? There's so many books. And
What
just
are you
starts
looking for?
speaking into anything that looks like a stone or like that kind of shape. Like, hello, Perp, hello. And just throwing stuff out.
So,
Oh God, Aisling, I think she's lost it again.
Aisling,
Eugene.
if she wasn't dissociated, Aisling would have something funny to say right now.
Eugene, what things does Skier find in the pockets?
The fridge magnet that he never gave Green.
Hello? What is
Hello.
Several pens.
Hello?
Notebooks.
Oh God.
There's probably lots of like runes and like rune stones, but there is the sending stone as well.
You also, if I may, you find a little nest of handkerchiefs that is conspicuously absent its occupant.
I was like, what?
okay, then yeah, I'll find it and try and breathe and try and remain calm. And kind of says the same thing. It's Skier. Eugene's hurt. This is where we are. Send the cleric immediately.
There is a very brief moment, and you're like, did he go through? Is he awake? Is anything going? And then you hear a shaky voice. Understood. Sending Toby. Be with you soon.
Cool.
There is a of magic almost instantaneously, and you see at the edge, I think you all turn, and there's kind of people are nervous at the moment. They have literally just been attacked by undead. Their whole village has been besieged by terrible monsters. Even if you have spared them, they are on edge, and I think several people kind of go for weapons, so and they see in front of them a dark-skinned, purple-haired gnome who is still wearing his nightgown, and with him a half-dressed tabaxi who's not much taller, and a very elegant, tall-looking, red-skinned tiefling who looks like she is going to kill something. And she's kind of settles, and I think there's this kind of momentary standoff. You're muted, hun.
As soon as Rock turns and sees that, I think he will use his performance voice again to make sure that he immediately just yells that they're with us. Probably less polite than that. Probably more like, they're with us, get out their fucking way. But he will use full performance voice to make sure that nobody knows anything like to fuck with us.
To the back of the theatre.
Amazing. They all run towards you. Tythig looks harrowed, like he is on the edge. He doesn't quite know what to do with himself. Toby looks a little more gathered, like they kind of look at the situation. Right, hello, please take me straight to them. I will do what I can.
We're here!
This way.
Bonnie, on the other hand, as soon as the tin hats kind of like fail to move, she goes, "Move, or I will move you." And they kind of step back.
Oh, that's
Thorn
Bonnie.
touching her.
Bonnie.
Okay.
Damn.
Three of them kind of enter the tent. Tythig like squeezes Skier's hand as he goes past, and just kind of puts a hand on Rock, and Toby just kind of runs in, just doesn't, uncharacteristically for Toby, doesn't say hello to any of you, just kind of runs straight to Eugene's side. Right, so, small thing, has anyone got any aether crystal? Oh, no, wait. Why is there aether crystal just laying on the floor here?
It's like a computer game. There's gold everywhere. What?
Probably because Skier rifled through Eugene's belongings.
Right.
My bad. I'll put it back.
So, they place the aether crystal and some other gems and things that they have, and you see them pulling some of their hair out, just a little bit, and tying it quickly together. They start murmuring in a language that none of you know. It sounds ancient and primordial, and as you watch, vines start to creep out of the ground.
I'm going to immediately reassure Ashley.
Popping with these
If you touch
beautiful-
her, it makes her jump, by the way.
Yes, I know. I'm just going to grab her. It's not the same thing. These are healing vines. It's fine. Chris, I know this is going to sound weird, but where we are in the tent with everybody else, can Rock, when they start this, Rock's going to step back because there's nothing he can do. But Rock's going to use his wings.
With you?
He's going to bamf his wings out to basically form like a barrier around what's happening, because he feels like this is not something that should be in public.
That's more than fair. Right, so, following things happen. These vines crawl all over Eugene, covering him. Blue flowers, the same colour as Toby's eyes, that beautiful iridescent glowing blue spring out of them, and a warm healing magic falls over the tent. Toby is doing what they need to, but Toby is not a cleric. Toby is casting reincarnation.
Ah.
Eugene, you are being pulled back. You are standing with this person you can only assume is Brother Moon. Where are you sitting? Where has Brother Moon taken you?
What do you mean? What would it look like for Eugene?
Yeah, what would make Eugene feel comfortable in this moment?
I mean, do you really have to ask?
A library.
Yeah.
The library in the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
Scatter cushions all over. Brother Moon sits on a higher plinth. Again, barefoot as he always is.
Watch out for the frog.
Crossed legs, smiling, listening to your stories. You don't remember how you got here. You remember taking this strange man's hand and him guiding you. And he looks up. His offer still stands. Eugene, your friend is borrowing from your next life in order to bring you back. But the Lawkeeper will let you keep your form and guide you back for the same price that they have offered before.
I have to go back. I have something I have to do.
I understand.
And no matter the cost, I have to help my friends.
I understand. And I think you will one day make a wonderful keeper of the ways. And I look forward to you visiting my realm when you do.
Oh, my familiar.
Hmm.
Do you know what happened to him?
He awaits. He is fine.
Okay.
He has returned to my realm. I'm just trying to find reincarnation. Bear with me 1 second, please. We're going old school. Eugene has made the choice to return and has accepted reincarnate. Would you please roll a D100, Eugene?
Oh, wait. Sorry for the extra drama. Hang on.
It's all good.
Wait, are you the drama?
Today.
99.
Red balloons?
Yes, you come back as a bunch of balloons.
Horrifying.
Eugene. Bear with me 1 second.
Just finding the stat block for
Yeah.
99 red balloons.
For,
Yeah, 99 red balloons.
Just real quick.
for a salamander.
Shout
Trying
out
to
to my
find-
amphibian collection.
I'm trying to find one that includes some of the larger racial options.
Eh?
Yeah, he's going to be a larger race.
New body, who this?
Anybody do this? Okay. Well, they're not in my world. So,
Now they are. Eugene's them.
yeah.
It's a robot. It's a straight up robot.
Eugene, I'm going to make you roll one more dice. Any
He's
dice
going to
you
be
want.
best friends
and
with
tell me
Clementine.
odd or even.
Odd.
The vines pull away. Eugene, can you change your race to elf? Full-blooded, pallid, or moon elf?
Oh shit.
There's something sharper about Eugene's features. There's something more graceful about the breath that returns to his lungs. Almost all of the human human elements have been drawn away. Although he still looks a little bit like his father, he is now full-blooded.
Oh well, can't have everything. Chris, as soon as I see this, because I don't actually know what Toby did, as soon as I see this, Rock is going to message Toby telepathically and literally just say, "What have you done?"
Borrowed from their future life, but somebody was holding on to the spell, so I don't... This is reincarnation, not revivify.
So this is a different person?
This is Eugene. This is still Eugene. Eugene, your eyes flicker open and you are surrounded by very concerned looking faces, most of whom you recognize. One older woman who you don't, who is trying to smile reassuringly. Toby, Aisling, Rock, Skier, Tythig, and Bonnie.
What happened? You're all looking at me very intently.
You're really annoying. I think Rock's just going to cry and will run over and grab Eugene. And literally, Rock's just going to be like, "You're really annoying. You're just annoying."
You scared us half to death, my dear boy. Tythig has hold of you. Toby is kind of... What looks like they want to kind of hug as well, but then they're like, this is a moment, so they step back. And just kind of gently push Aisling.
Scares the shit out of her.
Ashley punches Toby in the face.
Yeah. She's still, like, fully not aware, and she's obviously very glad that Eugene is back, but she feels really shit right now. So yeah, she moves forward, but she doesn't say anything.
What happened? I would like details, please.
I'm not really sure. I was in a library. I'm pretty sure I met God.
Which
What?
one?
Nice.
I think, I mean, I don't know if it was just a dream, but I think I met the lawkeeper.
The lawkeeper spoke to you. They barely
Yeah.
ever raised their voice at all. Your Your mother is going to kill me for introducing
Oh,
you to all
not
this.
before she kills me.
I think we've had enough of you being dead for a while. Thanks.
So, we're all moving to Ashore, yes, right? To avoid
Wait,
her-
I was dead?
You were.
Is that what happened?
Yes,
Um,
properly dead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's all right.
But you should be.
It's all right. Somebody will explain to me how this happened. And there's kind of a crackle of arcane energy as Perb looks at the three of you. I'm sure. But the main thing is you are back. Though there have been some changes.
Do you know what? Why don't we go back to the inn if Eugene is feeling better, and we can have this discussion there rather than in a tent? How about that?
Yep. Yes, that
Yes?
sounds like a good.
Okay,
can you
good.
stand?
Eugene?
How are you feeling?
I'll carry you if you want.
I can just teleport myself.
Okay. Can you take someone with you? Just, probably shouldn't be doing anything on your own until you're fully up to speed.
I'm fine.
Yeah, but you were dead literally like a minute ago. So no, you're not going to go on your own. So either come with us and we'll walk, or I'll carry you. But no, you're not going on your own.
Okay, I can walk. It's fine.
Oh, right. Bonnie, my dear, did you grab the bag I asked you? Of course I did. I think. And she says, good, I can put some actual clothes on as opposed to looking like I would. What? Haven't you seen a gnome in a nightgown before? Off with you, all of you.
I did wonder about the fashion choice, but fair enough.
The family party, as it is, make their way towards Skier. Toby is lagging behind ever so slightly, looking that they're wringing their hands, looking like they've done something wrong.
Hey, what's up, Toby?
It's the only way I knew how. I didn't mean to change him. It's all right, though, isn't it? I did the right thing. Rock seemed mad.
Toby.
Rock is always mad. To an extent.
If you stay mad, you don't have to get mad.
People's emotions are heightened at the moment. Toby, we needed someone and you were the person who could do it. We can't ask you to do something you can't do. You did. You did your best.
Kind of wipes
And that's all you
tears
can do.
away from. He just kind of jumps into you, hugs you.
Okay. But if you do have any healing, I am in so much trouble. Just like lean on their shoulder like I am barely holding it together.
Sorry, how many hit points do you have against Skier right now?
Oh, one. Got a one.
If Skier stubs her toe on the way
Yeah.
to the inn, she's
Yeah.
like,
How
about
hard
to-
did Toby hug her?
You were
Yeah.
about to get on a horse.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Skier's like, yeah, if you do have some healing, this is not Eugene's blood.
Yeah. This fine. I want it back in, please.
They cast Cure Wounds on you at 4th level.
Oh, thank you. Oh, God, that feels good.
10, 20, 24, 29 hit points recovered.
Ooh.
Sorry. Yes, I was just.
It's fine. Okay, here's
You
the
look a
deal.
lot better now.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. Here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna hang back a bit, and you're gonna keep crying. I'm gonna put my hood up, and you're not gonna look at my face. We're just gonna walk there slowly in silence. Don't look at me.
You
did great. I'm not crying.
I know, it's fine. They take your hand, and kind of just the two of you walk.
Oh, now I just imagine Toby's little paws with poor Toby's.
Yeah. Gently guide you to where your friends have just entered the inn.
If I may, Aisling doesn't go inside. I think she stays outside and goes around the back of the building.
Wait, Aisling.
Wait, did you see me do that?
Oh, are you hiding?
With these two, the passive perception on these two.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I didn't. Well, I didn't. It's almost like she's like a robot, and she just sort of. They go inside, and she's just veers off to the side and goes around the back.
I'll go keep an eye on Aisling. I'm just gonna stalk Aisling.
Toby follows you as well. Should we deal with that?
Hey, you go inside. Make sure your magic's working, because it's not something that like fades away, right, Toby?
No, that's
Okay.
Eugene now.
Okay, cool. But yeah, just go make sure they're okay. And I'm just gonna. Can I just insight check Aisling? I want to tell if like Aisling just needs a moment of quiet on her own, or if she needs a hug, or like just that kind of stuff.
Or if someone's at the door.
Someone's at the door.
Aisling,
Wayne,
that's
would you
you.
mind? Thank you. Aisling, what's your insight check roll, please?
18.
18.
Not
Cool.
my greatest.
Are you trying to hide? No.
Nah. I think Aisling's just in like full trauma response right now, and she's really shut down, and she's like, her main thing is that she's sad and angry at herself for not being able to do the thing again, because it didn't work with Rock either.
Ski's just gonna come and like stand next to you, and
She's like slumped down the wall and is sitting on the grass or something.
okay, then she'll crouch down in front of her, and it's just like, don't look at my face. But and just like takes her hands and just says, "You're doing a great job. You're doing great." And then we'll just kind of slump and sit next to her, like, so they're like touching, and then we'll just sit there and let Ashley know that she's not alone in this.
She like plops her head on your shoulder and just gets your shoulder all wet by crying on it.
Oh my god, you've got tears all over me and my
All over my face.
Oh my god, you're crying so much, my face is wet. Look at this.
Ah, how weird.
Your tears are getting in my eyes.
That's true friendship right there.
But I would have let Toby know that I was going to go out here, so Toby can tell everyone else, like, they're just outside, they're fine.
Chris, can I roll a perception to see if I notice that Skia and Aisling are missing?
I think, yeah, of course you can. I think as Toby comes in, you guys are all inside at the moment.
It's one of the best perceptions I've rolled in ages. 17.
Damn.
17. I think once you get Eugene inside and probably settled down a little bit, you notice that, there's a conspicuous absence of Aisling and Skia.
I think Rock is going to walk over to the bar, to whoever's looking after it there at the moment, and he's just going to put, like, probably 10 gold just on the bar, and just kind of say, I'm so sorry, I know it's chaotic, just for whatever we take, and can you just make sure everyone's all right, please? And then he's just going to walk out without even waiting for an answer.
Sovu looks at the coins and she pushes them back into your hands. Tonight, everybody gets what they need.
And Rock is going to say, including you and your bar, and is going to just push them back and walk out. And he's going to walk, Rock's going to go out and just walk slowly around to see if he can see Aisling and Skier.
I'm going to come to that in a minute because I'd like to spend some time with Eugene. I think you've been marched in...
To Gene!
To Gene!
To Gene!
You have been marched into this place, back to the inn. Your uncle is trying his best to be chipper, but is clearly shaken. Your friends seem to peel off when they're kind of in the bar. I think Perv goes, I feel like we probably addressed this first. Toby could not revivify you, so they did the next best thing in their ability. You have come back, but there are some changes. And he will pull out a small pocket mirror from the pack that he's holding with him and pass it to Eugene.
Yeah, Eugene will take it and have a look.
It's you. It's your face. But everything that was human in you has fallen away. Your ears are longer and sharper. Your features more angular. Your eyes with that deep, ancient inner magic of the elves. There's almost a slight iridescence of moonshine to your skin now as well, like your mother's. That wasn't there before. Your father's features are still there, but they are more deeply buried underneath what looks like you, but elven, whole-blooded.
Well, Evelyn will be pleased.
I think Evelyn will be very jealous, actually. Oh, don't give her ideas.
She's always
though.
complaining when people say that we look alike or get us
That is
confused. So.
true. Yes. Well, you are still you, and you are still here, which is the main thing. So, why don't you run me through what happened, whilst the others catch a moment? I'm certain they'll be back presently. They just need to process.
What happened before or after the...
Why don't we start with the events that led up to what happened, and then you can talk to me a little bit about afterwards. And I think he starts listening to your tale about the attack, the mansion, everything that you found so far. Rock, you wander around the back of the inn, and slumped in a corner are your two friends.
Rock is going to walk over and he's going to sit down on the other side of Aisling. And he's just going to, he's going to dust a bit first, because, but he's just going to sit down next to Aisling, so that she's between him and Skier, and he's just going to take Aisling's hand in his hand, and he's just going to sit there. He's not going to say anything, he's just going to hold Aisling's hand. And he's just going to do that for a few minutes, and then if nobody says anything, he is just going to squeeze Aisling's hand, stand up, sort of tap Skier's boot, and just say, I better go in and check Eugene hasn't died again. And just going to walk back into the pub.
Skier gives a nod, hiding her face.
The amount of eyeliner Skier has on, you're going to have to hide a lot of your face.
I was going to say, Rock's just going to take a handkerchief out and give it to Skier without even looking at her and just walk away.
I don't know why you would give this to me because I don't need it.
Yeah. Fine.
It's okay. I'll hold it for Aisling. It's fine.
And then I'm just gonna wait until Aisling feels ready to move, and then we'll make her way in. But she'll wait.
The next couple of hours are spent checking Eugene is okay, catching Bonnie, Toby, and Tythig up on events. At some point, Tythig changes into his normal robes.
Well, I like the idea of him sitting in the pub with us in his nightgown.
Yeah.
Most of
hell yeah.
it is just at the point where he feels like he can break away. He kind of does. Probably when Bonnie and Toby are checking Eugene over, just make sure that.
One thing I did want to do, Chris, if it's okay with you, before we kind of, or while that's going on, while Eugene is catching Perb up and all that kind of stuff, is if possible, Rock would like to try and just grab Toby, like probably when he's at the bar getting a drink, he'll probably just sort of wave Toby over.
Oh.
Got a little glass of milk. I think they almost jump when you kind of talk to them, as if, and like their ears go back as if they've done something wrong.
I'm going to take the glass of milk and I'm going to put it on the bar. And I am going to reach around and give them a hug. And I'm just going to very quietly, so no one else can hear, I'm just going to say to them, I'm sorry if I snapped. I didn't actually understand what was going on.
They do that almost instinctual cat squirm, and then they kind of settle in, and then they say, I wish my kind of druid doesn't know the spell to just breathe life back in.
Toby, Eugene was dead, and now he's alive. You have nothing to worry about. It was just a shock to me because I didn't understand what was actually being done. And I am sorry that I snapped at you.
It's been a long and scary morning.
Oh, you have no idea.
I'm learning.
No.
When you are all feeling better, I think we should all go down and see what else is down there. We won't leave you now, not until we know this place is safe to give back to its people.
Well, I think we need to do a little bit of helping the people here as well, because they have also been attacked. So, but you know what? I think I might just think about that later. Anyway, I'm going to have another drink. Okay.
I'm going to go and help heal some people and see what I can do.
Oh, here, wait. I'm just going to give them their milk back. There we go.
Wonderful. I think what we will do now is we will take a nice quick break so that our friends can breathe, and when we come back we will jump back into the next part of the story. Before we go though, I would like to say a huge thank you to our wonderful raiders who joined us today. I saw you all come in, but I was in mid-flow, so I couldn't stop at that point, but it is really lovely to see you. Thank you for coming and
I
joining
know.
us.
Hi, Purple Tiefling. Thank you.
Welcome to the drama.
Yeah. Good timing. Wow.
Yeah, perfect timing. We're going to go grab ourselves a drink and a quick snack and stuff. We suggest you do the same. And we will be back in about 10 minutes, so about 22. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
We are back. Hello, everybody. I hope you had a good break. We all stepped away. Some of us got a little bit of our emotions out of our systems.
Some of us had a fucking cry, is what Chris is trying to say. Hi.
I wasn't crying.
We both were, Wayne.
You can't tell I had my hood on.
Ah, dear. Before the break, our friends very nearly lost our wonderful wizard, Eugene, who passed over the veil, albeit for 10-15 minutes, but long enough to come face to face with the lawkeeper, one of the gods who guard this world, before being returned slightly different by their tabaxi friend, the wonderful druid, Toby Tobines, the Star Guide. Now, having explained everything and having a chance to catch everybody up, Tythig kind of looks you over. Right, well, good. Okay. That was a lot. And this is coming from someone who threw himself at Star 6. So, Toby, would you mind, or Rock, would you mind gathering Aisling and Skia? I think we will need time to process and get used to changes and talk about what happened, but right now this village needs to be secured and protected.
Agreed. I'll just drop them a message, because I know where they are. I will use my telepathy and just say to both Aisling and to Skia, Herb has asked if we could all gather to help get the village under control and help the people here. If you are up for that, we'll be out front in a minute.
Skia will stand up and hold a hand out to Aisling. Right.
So stop crying.
There's more work to do. Come on.
Okay. Hey, Skia,
Yeah.
can I have a quick hug?
Oh my god, you're so needy.
Please, just like a... Okay.
I just like give a really big, like, long, tight hug.
Oh yeah, she's like, she needs the squeeziest of like
Yeah.
rib crushing kind of. I
Yeah,
want damage from this hug.
Yeah, she'll just whisper in her ear, "Don't tell anyone I give really good hugs."
Oh my god, it's so good! I can feel my cells compress!
No, that's just her knives.
Okay!
I feel like, given that pretty much all the people that she spends most of her time with are quite big, muscular people, Skia has learned.
What are you saying?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
That Jaggeth and his sister are huge, as is
Yeah.
Ashgaze. So it's probably one of
This
those
is-
things like, yeah.
This is what Aisling needed. Anyway,
Yeah.
so she needs her bones rearranged.
Okay. Yeah, that does remind me though. Just if we see them again, just get a hug from the twins. It's the best. Or Duskgaze. Like,
Okay.
just remember that.
Hey, your eyeliner looks cool when you cry, by the way.
Fuck off. It's your tears. Wait. And she's just gonna like go into her pockets and find like her emergency eyeliner.
Okay, right, hold on, wait. I'll prestidigitate some of it clean.
Thank
here.
you.
Okay,
Not
just
this-
wait. Fucking. Okay, there's a bit here. All right. Okay, yeah.
Okay, sorry I swore to you.
It's fine.
Do I look okay now?
You look terrifying.
Thank you.
Thanks for sitting with me, by the way.
Anytime. It's not your fault. There's only so much you can do. All you can do is your best.
Yeah.
Okay? Do you want to talk about it?
Maybe later.
Alright, we can talk about it.
You need to help in there, right?
Yeah, we need to help people. There's always people to be helped. That'll make you feel
God,
better.
people!
Always something. I know.
Oh.
And we'll come around to the front.
Okay.
You probably come round about the time that Rock, Eugene, and Tythig are stepping out. Bonnie has already marched off, and you can see her in the distance talking to some of the tin hats. And Toby is just kind of a little bit behind. Is actually already coming back as well, kind of carrying bandages back towards the tent. As Bonnie kind of strolls up, she goes, "Okay, is everybody feeling up for a little bit of a sweeping clean? Not a physical clean sort of thing, just kind of checking everything's okay, that none of the undead are still around, and the tin hats are fairly certain they've got out here secure and safe. They are understandably a little nervous about going into the mansion, and have asked if you are all willing and ready to just kind of take us through, so that we can just set things up and just make sure everything is safe for them to take the mansion back. How are you all feeling about that?"
Do we...
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
We've broken Rock.
Oh, no.
Do we all need to go? I mean, do you just want to tell if there's any undead in there, or is there something else you want to do in there?
Did we go through the door that I magically unlocked? Okay.
No.
There's a magically sealed door that is no longer sealed and open in the heart of the mansion.
Wonderful.
Okay, but do we want to do that today?
Well,
Yeah.
what if we let something terrible out?
But they can wait.
No, they can't wait.
No, we have to go check. I have to see what's on the other side of that door.
Fine.
Also, hey, Eugene.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that again. And I just give him a little punch in the arm and then hug him. And then I'm like, I didn't cry. Shut up. And we'll start following Bonnie.
Rock's just going to kind of poke Skier and just go, oh no, it's annoying when he does that.
Yeah, so annoying.
Gosh.
Chris, did we at least have a short rest?
You guys definitely took a short rest. And Toby, if anybody needed it and asked for it, Toby would have healed you with a level 3 cure wounds.
So yeah, I'm going to need all of that. What?
Rock, you recover from Toby. Oh, that's really good. 25 hit points. Did anybody else want it? Eugene, you probably need it. 11, 19, 24 hit points. Skier, you
I think
already
I've
had
got-
one.
Yeah.
I've got enough hit dice, so...
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. Rock is feeling better now.
I'm not at full, but I'm like, most of my blood is inside now.
Hey, that's where it should be.
Yeah.
You make your way through the village. You can see that they are now deconstructing some hastily constructed barricades and pickets to try and drive. You see several faces that you've seen before. The two twins, the orcs, are busy lifting and moving things that are being where the tin hats are pointing, trying to be as helpful as they possibly can. Almost dropping the huge fence that they're carrying as they both stop and try and wave at you all as you go past. But then carrying on.
Don't wave. Okay, bye. Can I keep an eye out for Turbil, please?
Yes, you do see Turgil. Turgil is at the foot of the stairs with Parville. And
At the stairs leading into the mansion.
and three other tin hats. One of whom you recognise is the Minotaur, Oesna, and a couple of.
It's hard to get them confused with anyone else.
Turgle kind of has his arms crossed and he's kind of like waiting for and they're kind of talking in deeply, and they notice you all coming up.
I'm before they talk, I'm just going to go. Let me introduce. This is Herb. I think Herb. He is a friend of ours, and also was one of, some hero troop or something. And this is Toby, who is also a friend of ours. And this is Turgle, who is the head of the mill here, and was instrumental in everything today, really.
First off, thank you for facing the dangers in there to try and save us when we had not given you the warmest of welcomes. And he kind of turns to Toby and thank you for all your efforts. There are people who will survive today because you were present. I mean, nature wills as it will, but that was not a natural attack, so more than happy to help. I officially turned the mansion over to the Tin Hats and the city to continue your investigation. Any support that I can provide the champions of Clouds Cairn or their allies is yours to have. Just let me know what you need. You can see that he's holding back tears of his own. Everything I thought I knew about one of the brightest, cleverest men I have ever known is a lie. And
You talk about Bolm?
no, I mean, Bolm is instrumental in this, and that kind of makes sense. He always followed Pyron around like he was, but the Pyron would unleash something like this on us. It's beyond betrayal.
He's a real douchebag.
I don't care what it takes. You have my support in bringing him to justice. You do what you need to do in the name of those that died because of him tonight.
Well, we may need, for you and anyone else who is feeling that way, to later on share any information about Pyron and his past and his family, and anything that may be of use to us to understand a little more of who he is and what makes him tick and what perhaps has made him turn this way. So do think on that, because any information that you can share that we don't know would be helpful. And I would assume, as you are part of what was his household and village, somebody must know
Something.
things we don't.
Yeah. Suspecting it was Bolm. Did you catch him?
Yeah, that wasn't Bolm.
In a manner of speaking.
Bolm's been dead a long time, so you can trust him.
What?
Yeah, it was someone else.
He literally just rubs those big hands of his over his face, and you can see that he's this close to just losing it. And he's shaking, and I think at this point the Parfield just kind of gently puts one hand on his shoulder. We'll process this, champions, and I will help Turgle organise a question of all the key villagers and see if we can get anything sorted. Do you need any of my men to come with you in there, or would you rather we held the perimeter and stopped anything from coming out?
I think we can probably manage inside now. We have our friends now with us, so but you know what? I'll let you know if we need you. We will most definitely call. But maybe you should just go and have a drink maybe and just decompress. There's a tab at the pub. There you go.
She smiles and nods and goes, I will send some of my men over. You kind of get the impression that she's not going to rest until this is all resolved. But she leads...
Didn't say I pay for all of the men, jeez. Fucking hell.
She leads Turgle away slightly and just kind of gives you a big nod. Turgle looks shaken. Everything that he has known, everything that he has worked towards has been undermined in a evening of violence and terror. And worse, one of the people that he trusted the most, two of the people he trusted the most, were responsible.
Should we? I'll just lean into these guys. Should we keep an eye on him?
I'm sure it's fine, but
I think he's probably fine if he's with his friend, but I think he's just... I mean...
He's not in on it, though.
I very much doubt it.
I
mean, anybody can make me an insight check.
I was just about to say, would you mind if I did that, please?
Yeah.
I'm going to do one better. Can I do detect thoughts?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, let me check. I've got a spell slot for it. Oh yeah, I do. Okay.
Aisling got an 18, by the way.
18? Yeah.
22 for skier.
Is Eugene joining in on this? No.
Eugene's playing with his new ears.
Too busy being snatched for the gods.
Too busy looking.
Yeah.
Eugene's like, oh, I don't have to come to her anymore. That's fabulous.
Oh, bone structure. Who's she?
Yeah, so with those rolls, Skier and Aisling, that was a genuine reaction.
Okay.
He did not know Bomb was dead. He did not know any of this was happening. This has been a horrible evening for him.
Cool.
Rock, you're just doing surface thoughts.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I can tell he's confused and stuff, but I'm basically trying to see two things. The one is there anything that he knows or knew about this that maybe he didn't think was true, but now he's like, oh shit, I saw that coming, or I remember that. And the other is just to see if he's going to, in case he's thinking of doing anything stupid.
Cool. So, first one, his thoughts are very muddled, as you might expect, very erratic, but they're not those of someone who is trying to create a lie or something like that. It's literally him going, what did I do? What did I miss? Is this my fault? Was I not strong enough, smart enough? Was I not good enough leader? When did Bomb die? We were drinking the other night, he was telling me about how he wants to do his father proud. How can that be? He's not changed. And yeah, this is not a man who is part of this conspiracy. This is a man who is deeply hurt by what has been thrust upon him. He doesn't seem to be planning anything stupid. At the moment, he's just soul-searching and desperate to try and get some information, any information that will help make this make sense.
Okay. In that case, once I have read that, without making it sound in any way kind of conspiratorial, I'm just going to say to him, to both of them, so it's not directed at him, just so you know, the people that we think are involved with all of this have pulled the wool over our eyes a number of times in various different ways, so don't beat yourself up for not seeing it coming.
Both of them kind of look at you and nod, and I think there's a moment where there's almost almost not like he wants to say thank you, like you've given him permission to not feel completely guilty about this. It's not going to stop him, but it will.
Yeah. Before it kind of feels awkward, like he should say thank you or whatever, I'm just going to turn around and walk away towards the mansion.
Nice.
You make your way back into the mansion. It's a nicer place in the daylight.
It's
It's a nicer place when you're not dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You take through you go through the front doors and you kind of are greeted by the same places that you have seen before. What's your priority as a team?
Well, the first thing I'm going to do, because, I'm a paladin, apparently, I'm going to use Divine Sense for, I think, like the first time ever.
Nah. Treat yourself.
So that I can tell if there is anything celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet of me.
Celestial, no. Fiend, you get a slight whiff of brimstone off of Skier and Bonnie. But you know that anyway. You're expecting that.
Not that. Yeah, what?
I'm just going to spritz them with some perfume.
Yeah. Celestial, nothing. Undead. There's a residue of something that is disappearing, but you kind of get the impression that's probably the things that you have killed and the spells that you have broken in this place.
Got it. That's all I was really trying to tell.
Faye, you get a very strong sense off of Aisling.
It doesn't say Fae.
Does it not?
No, it says
What's
celestial,
the Fae?
fiend, or undead.
Celestial, fiend, or undead, not Fae. That's very unusual. In which case, I won't say anything else.
Oh!
I mean, I know
Just let him
Aisling's...
keep going.
I know Aisling smells of Fae anyway, but yeah. So yeah, I'm just going to do that and then just say, from what I can tell, there are no undead that I can detect. So I think we've cleared everything out. Certainly of an undead nature anyway.
That's good to know. Right. What would you like to do? Shall we head straight to that door just in case?
I think that would make sense.
In which case...
We can rifle through the belongings later, although apparently we already have some paintings in a bag. Anyway, yes, let's go to the door.
You head down. You head upstairs, first of all, then through the study, then through the crawl space behind the bookshelf, deep down into the catacombs, on and on, explaining what you've seen, kind of telling your friends what you kind of dealt with and where. Tythig kind of stops a couple of times to examine some of the magic circles. Toby actually at one point gets some petals out and just kind of starts throwing them around, like kind of you see that he's they're just basically casting protection from good and evil, just in case. You go deeper into the crypts, further, until you come before that strange door. The one that you opened, but didn't open. The body of that ghoul is slowly decomposing. Faster than it should do, but then that's what happens with undead. It stinks a little bit in here.
Gross.
Chris, could Skier have snuck on ahead a little bit? I just want to hide, make sure there's no Imperial Empire signs around.
Through the whole mansion.
Just like in this final fight, because obviously with Skier realised it was that guy, whose name I can't find now. Jath.
Hathun?
Inquisitor Jath Horlan.
Jath Horlan, yeah. Bonnie already doesn't trust me, and I'm like, let me just... Let's not have that conversation.
So you make a stealth check to try and get away from the group. You are probably trying to get past Toby's passive perception.
Okay.
This would be interesting.
Oh, that's cocked. Okay.
Okay.
32. No, 31.
31. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just find that character sheet. Now, this is a question. This is probably one of the few people that can probably spot you moving around.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this an active roll because they're very on edge.
Yes.
Okay, you get away with it. It
I-
was close.
Yeah. I will say, I think she's also keeping to the shadows, so if they require dark vision to see her,
That's
then
fair. You would have
she's
had advantage
invisible.
on that.
Yeah. So.
But I think
Okay,
everybody
it's
here...
what she's good at.
Yeah. You sneak ahead. You find Jaff's body. He's wearing Imperial armor, which will take you a good 20 to 30 minutes to get off
Oh my god.
him.
Jesus.
He's also holding the symbol of an Inquisitor.
Oh god.
And you remember that your friends have seen him, and Rock would have recognised the station.
Yes, which is. Yeah, I think she's fine with these guys knowing, but she's trying to hide it from Bonnie, Pub, and kind of. I don't think she's that bothered about Toby because I don't think Toby would really care. But the other two, she's like, ugh.
I think you know enough about Toby to know that he comes from a region that has had war with the Empire before. He comes from
Cool.
Malwind. So
Okay.
they may be old enough to remember the occupation, but
Okay. Then I'm just gonna. Oh god. Try and pull it into like the shadows so it's out of the way.
Yep.
Because
Make me an athletics check, and then a
God.
Constitution save.
oh god. Okay. Athletics.
Do it.
Okay.
And
seven.
we're all like, what's that scraping of metal sound?
Yeah.
God.
Don't talk about it. 17 athletics and then a con save.
And then a con save.
9. Con
9.
save.
Cool. You are poisoned for the next minute as,
Shit.
as this thing breaks down. You do manage to drag him behind one of the large glass tubes. It's not your best hiding job, but he's human-sized, so moving him is not. And he's wearing metal armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're kind of walking around going, "Huh?" as these lot come round the corner.
Yeah. I'm just gonna try and like hide by the doorway so when they come in I'm just like, yeah, I was with you guys the whole time. But it's just like oh, this is sick.
You're right, you're looking a little... I don't know what colour that is.
It's fine. I just so dusty down here.
Can I medicine check that, please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Weirdly enough, Ashling's a wee bit on edge with people being a bit
Funny
poorly.
that.
Okay, it's 22.
22. Skia's not well. And she's definitely trying to hide it.
Okay, Ashling will go over very, very quickly and get
Kill
very
Bill
much-
sirens start going off in Ashling's head.
Literally, everything's red. I'll get right up in Skia's personal space and be like, "You need to take something to get rid of that. I think you're poisoned, babe. I think you're poisoned."
I think I am too. I think.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. Can anyone get rid of that? Toby.
Yeah, I can. Fine.
Okay. Yeah. Can you? Skia's poisoned, and yeah, we need to fix
Yes.
it right now.
really important. You have to
What?
look right in my eyes. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Boop. Don't look
That's
away.
a restoration.
Why? What did you drink that you're poisoned?
That's not the time for this. There's more important things. going
Eugene.
Well, I mean,
You can roll perception with advantage. whilst this lot are mucking around. I think you're kind of looking around.
Mucking around.
Me as well.
No, because you're kind of engaged with Skier and that
Did you say perception? Sorry.
perception with advantage.
21.
21. A worrying thing, the body of that ghoul is conspicuously absent. Now, you're pretty sure, from what your friend said, Rock cut its head off. But it's been a weird sort of night, and it wouldn't be the first of your enemies that's disappeared to annoy you another time.
Wonderful.
But
Excellent.
Rock did Divine Sense and sense any undead, right?
That's right, but that was upstairs. What's the range on Divine Sense?
60 feet.
Yeah, so this is a lot further out of his...
I mean, I would do it again if I was aware of that. I would do it because I can do it multiple times a day. So I would definitely do it again.
It's up to Eugene if he what Eugene says.
Eugene's gonna take a look around at everyone. Well, everyone that was here the last time. And here's a question. I can see that Skier's sick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because Ashling's fussing over her.
Mm-hmm.
Can I put 2 and 2 together and get 5?
I mean, make me an intelligence check. I think that's fair.
Intelligence. Just straight up intelligence. 23.
23. Skier wasn't sick when you came down, and now is not ill. There is a body missing. I do not think it's unreasonable for you to think that those two things are connected.
All right.
What you want to do with that
Insight
information...
check. Insight check that tiefling.
Yep.
What, Bonnie? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Bonnie's presently looking at one of the vampire mists.
I got a nat 20.
Ugh.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna roll against it.
Okay.
For a 26.
26, nice.
I literally can't beat it, but I'm just gonna see what I would get.
Bearing in mind you're poisoned. Oh no, you're not. Toby just cured. You say.
I'd be just fine. So I couldn't beat it anyway. I think
Eugene's trying to just get an idea of like try and meet eyes with Skier and be like, was that you? Is you hiding something? Like just trying to figure out, like you want me to not say anything, right?
Yeah.
Kind of
I think Eugene has seen this look on Skier's face before. Whenever anything that comes up to do with like the Empire or like Rock's secret, it's that like, haha, don't say anything, please. And that, like, we'll do like an eye glance to Perb and Bonnie of like.
Smiling head shake.
No, please. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's communicated. I'm not sure if you figured out why Skier needs to hide it from your allies, but you kind of.
I don't think that's what he was trying to figure out. I think he just was like, obviously the immediate reaction is like, well, shit, the body's gone, and then it's like, hang on, you're ill. The body's moved. I don't remember. Now that I think about it, I don't remember seeing you on the way through here.
Yeah. So Skier walks around the corner and goes, "Hey, but everybody, what's going on?"
Yeah.
That sure was a long tunnel we all just walked down.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, what a walk.
Anyway, to the door.
So this door, with these strange rooms, is sitting open, ready to be opened. You've already picked the mystical lock on it. Do you want to open it?
Yeah.
You push the door and it opens gently, swinging inside, revealing a small personal laboratory with books, most of which have been cleared out, but some still remain, implements, arcane foci, and a vein of ether crystal running at the end of the room. An almost endless supply of magical materials for a wizard. On the body, in the middle of the room is a large trestle, which is stained with red, old blood. You can see parts of human anatomy stored in jars. Huge posters showing necromantic ideas, concepts, and proto-forms of the mystical circles that you have been dealing with. You have found Phirun Pyrus's personal laboratory.
Yikes. This is it's horrible, huh?
Yeah, be careful what you touch in here.
Okay.
Okay.
What's in this jar?
As you step across the threshold, you feel a spell go off, and a voice, familiar. If you are here, I can only assume you are a magic user of some skill, or a thief with some luck. I'm hoping it's the future champions of the island, because that means that my work has not fallen into the wrong hands. Congratulations, if it is. I expected you would come after me sooner or later. Help yourself to whatever is here. It will not stop my plans, or my allies. But I look forward to seeing what you become and what you do. Oh. For now, I shall bid you goodbye. And if this is Jat and you finally made your way in, well, good luck. It should be fun watching you squirm if I ever return. Go silent.
I'm guessing that there's not a lot of books and those kinds of things left here, like he would have taken all of those, right?
There's some necromantic tomes, some magic spell books, things like that. There are also, there's also a few personal notes and things like that. You all would need to do an investigation check to see what you can find in here.
Yeah, I think Rock couldn't care less about the books, but he's definitely looking for any personal items or notes or journals or anything like that.
You will have advantage because you have the help of Tythig, Toby, and Bonnie.
Oh, amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Investigation.
Yep. Cool. We're
got
going to
it.
start with Aisling.
23.
23. Rock.
Yeah.
22.
Oh!
Natural 20 for a total of 19.
19. Love that. Love that for Skia. And Eugene.
29.
29. So you all find a variety of different things. So I'm going to give you a list of actual equipment and things that you find that have been left abandoned. There is about 2,000 gold pieces worth of
Nice.
jewels and aether stone
Yeah.
that has been prepped. There is an amulet of giant strength, which is bloodstained and looked like it was taken off of a body and just discarded to one side and forgotten about. A potion of cat's grace. A potion of enlarged person. 2 vials of tusk snake venom, which I will explain to the person who's probably Skier going to be using that. And Aisling, you find, with your score, you find locked in a box at the back a beautiful filigreed container for what looks like 2 scimitars, marked with Phirun Pyrus's signature on it.
Is it sealed? Like,
Still by catch.
okay, I'm gonna open it.
There are 2 beautiful scimitars in it. Long, elegant, light, beautifully balanced, with gold hilts. And with your skill to read in runes along it, you can read wind and whirl. These are magical scimitars of some kind, but you need to identify what they are.
Okay. I
Eugene,
think because she doesn't really understand it, she'll sort of say to Skier, "Skier, I found some pointy things."
Oh, yay!
they are beautiful, I think.
Oh, that sends wind. That says
He's
well.
just
By the
mesmerised
way.
by them.
Cool. They are light.
Cool, what does that mean for scimitars?
Yeah. I will send you the full details of those in a little bit. Eugene, with your role, you are going through things. You find a necromancer's tome full of spells, like it's a younger Phirun's spellbook. Clearly one that he did not need anymore, but does have spells in it. And I will just read you out what those spells are. Whoop. So, starting from the top, Bigby's hand, animate object, innovation, dance macabre, confusion, banishment, arcane eye, blight, dispel magic, counterspell, clairvoyance, blink, feign death, bestow curse, animate dead, blur, arcane lock, and I will send this to you in chat a little bit later. So
God
you don't have to
damn.
go
Yeah, I was
so-
going to say that is way too doing.
Yeah, I know. Gentle
Stacks on
repose,
stacks.
blindness, death.
I passed with you!
Don't worry, I will send this all to you. So, but behind that, in a false shelf, you find a diary. I am going to reveal a handout to you first. Oop. That's not what I want, that's what I want. Called Phirun's notes. How can I send this to you? I'm just trying to figure that out. It's very different on here.
I know. Didn't know how to find it.
Ah, there we go. I'm going to share it with everybody because I'm imagining Eugene probably kind of does
Where are you
start
sharing
reading
it?
out.
Oh, it's under handouts in thingy.
Yeah, in
Alchemy.
handouts on
In alchemy.
alchemy, you will find
Alright.
this. For the audience at home, and I will put this in the Discord later for everybody, I will read out the passages. About 11 years ago, I received those artifacts from Linoir today. He was right to send them to us. The academics of Thessaline would only have locked them in a vault, like so many of the rest of the pre-ascension materials they had got their hands on. First indication seems to show these stones are chipped from something larger. Given their composition and the residual combination of what we would recognise as the 9 major schools of magic, I am hazarding a guess that they were possibly parts of a hitherto unknown waygate, which is exciting in itself. I have asked Linoir to hold on to one of the stones for now, for his own protection. If they pass notice, then I will probably have need of it as well. The remaining 4 will be sufficient. Marcille has asked that we hold off any major experiments until she's back from Curse Hollow. Her work there is nearly done, and she wants to be here to help. I am not one to refuse her, and to be honest, having her to bounce ideas off has made me a better wizard. About 10.5 years ago. We did it. We managed to breach the veil with the stones as conduit and step into the ways. It was brief, and both of us had a very different experience. Marcille saw the Golden City, adding credence to the old human stories of us coming from within the ways and not originally being of Erevis. For my part, I had a difficult encounter with a shade that took on the form of my father. I knew it to be false and an echo, but the harm that man did me, it was no easier an experience. I'm still heartened with our success, though. An interesting side effect of the journey is that we need to be mindful of, although Marcille and I were only in the ways for moments, the best handful of minutes, Bomb said we were secluded away in the laboratory for hours. I had read a theory that time moves differently on the paths and ways and realms, but to experience it ourselves was something else. We need to be mindful and set up the estate to run in our absence should we delve longer. Bomb always was the soul of discretion and support. Another additional thought. The stones seem drawn to ambient magic, draw their ambient magic from the sky shield. Marcille was initially concerned this might cause harm, but the way they draw back their power, it seems they are entwined and both feed the shield and draw from it. It is hard to discern, but more uses may reveal how that happens. A few weeks after that. We will need to take a break from our sojourns beyond the Veil. We are learning a lot, but we got careless. In our arrogance, we assumed that there were no beings in the ways that were a threat. That was until today. Marcille attempted to show me the Golden City again, somewhere I still have not had a chance to view with my own eyes except as a ruin, when we encountered what we both mistook as a shade of a Sidoric forge ball. Hoping to shed some light on the lost history of our autonomous friends, Marcille approached to engage it in conversation. Upon getting closer, we saw that the being's carapace, like many Sidoric, was made of metal, but rather than root, crystal and stone forming its core, there was some form of strange, corrupted flesh that twisted and fought against its own containment. Before we could react, it struck at Marcille, and the two of us barely managed to fend it off before we could escape and return to the material plane. Apart from the shock and some minor scratches, we are both fine, but we have agreed to take a break, collate our findings, and return to our theories after she returns from her next trip to Curse Hollow. A couple of months after that. My wife is sick. No. My love, my very reason for breathing, is dying, and I am powerless to do anything. After her return from Curse Hollow last month, she fell ill with what we thought was a seasonal ailment. It is grave rot. Bone Marrow and the representatives in Curse Hollow have said there is no outbreak of the disease anywhere that Marcille and her team went to, and I am inclined to believe them. Rebecca and the council have bought every cleric, every healer they can. They have even petitioned the Druids of Malwyn for their aid, not that we expect a response. As always, those woods remain silent to the sufferings of others. No, I am being uncharitable. They do not know us and they owe us nothing. In truth, I know where the ailment came from. That creature in the ways. Rebecca has been trying to not get me to blame myself for this, but she doesn't know. None of them do. I am going to lose my wife, and it's all my fault. 10 years ago. It has been months, I think. I barely know the passing of time. I even plucked this date from Bomb's ever-loyal presence. The mansion is empty without her. I can see the sun in the sky, but not feel its warmth. A small grace, at least, is Turgle, Bomb, and Igvig. They are present to guide the estate and keep its people safe and focused. Marcel's idea. When we started all of this, she wanted to make sure everyone was taken care of in case we got lost. I miss her so much. I can almost hear her sometimes, calling to me. Around 9 years ago. It has been a year, but my resolve has returned. I can hear her, I am sure. She calls to me from beyond the veil. I haven't told the others. They would think me driven mad by grief. But I have the stones, or pieces, or whatever they are. I have our research, and if I am to face the judgment of they who stand beyond the veil themselves, I will do so. I will need resources and materials that my normal suppliers won't supply. That is okay. They are not the only source in the city. I have heard rumours of a group called the Embers, new, willing to do things that others won't. They may be the right people for this. A few weeks after that, Bomb's father passed today, and all the dear man could do is worry about me. He truly is the most loyal and of friends one could ask for. I did what I could for the ceremony and made sure I was present. If I am right, if this works, none of us need fear losing loved ones before their time. Perhaps I can bring Henry back from when Marcel and I are reunited. I should present the idea. It need not just be us that benefits from this. Ashen Ralhurst reached out again today, as if he is fooling anyone as to his identity. With a reputation like his, he wants something he wants something that brands those loyal to him. A binding mark. Easily done. And it's not like any of his embers are good people. I'm growing tired of all the small demands, however. Maybe it's time I organise a meeting with his paymasters myself. About 7.5 years ago. These servants of the Dragon King have high ideas. Old me would have been sickened by the concepts and plans that that priest and Ashen have, but as long as we are together, again, my love, it doesn't matter. I have been brought some of the more loyal members of their conspiracy, and I have bonded them with magics from the pieces. Shadow and Undeath are key, as I explained that anyone undergoing this transformation will not come back, and may very well be severed from the cycle. They still all willingly stepped into the ritual. I need to start seeing if the Dragon King's new tools can be adapted for real-world use as well. Ashen has some proxies he thinks will be useful for this, and provided plausible, we have a deniability should they fail. I have been given my own bodyguard in the shape of Inquisitor Jaff Horland as well. I dislike the man, a zealot for this Dragon King. As long as he stays out of the way and doesn't disrupt the estate, I care little for what he does. About 5 years ago, I lost Bolm today, and with one of my last shreds of humanity. He walked in on Jaff and I talking through plans for the next batch of experiments and what resources I needed. Knowing I was conducting research to undo Marcel's death is one thing, but conspiracy to overthrow nations is another. Jaff killed him before I could do anything. I am sorry, my friend. I will ask Marcel to keep you and your father close. I will bring you all back. I still have need of Jaff and his skills, so revenge will have to wait. For now, he has taken Bomb's place. Given how little either of us are ever seen outside the estate these days, people are unlikely to notice the difference. About 4 years ago, I have still not met this Dragon King, and I have no idea what they did to the Sky Shield. They are keeping that knowledge from me at present. What is clear, though, is that there is a temple they did not expect. Accessing it isn't possible at present. I have dispatched Igith with a piece to see if he can find more. The clauses in his binding and contract stop him from betraying us, and he can go places that seek knowledge that we cannot. My allies' goals are shifting. They still need my research and my unbound ones, but they also want to lean into the symbology and control of dragons. To that end, they are spreading their influence through the former cult of the dragon, centering their devotion and focus on mysterious head. Are they trying to create a new god? Without a seat among the 13, though, would that even be possible? It matters not. The vampire mist should provide them with the control they need over larger creatures, at least long enough to control them for their purposes. Although Callie thinks she knows where and how we can access an actual dragon mask. I am curious, but I cannot truly let this latest line of planning derail my true goals. Ashen, I think, is also concerned. The priest is bringing in the cult of the dragon. Loyal zealots are more fierce and more bonded than rogues and assassins. About 3 years ago, we are going to allow Cotton to get this Farkas bench to begin experiments. I have given enough of my notes to let the amateur understand what is needed. We will begin to see if we can cause Unbound to appear, or if we can transform or bond lesser forms of Unbonded among our mortal allies. Resources are thin. Ashen's dance with the magpie has put him on the back foot, and the other heads of our little troop of conspirators are less interested in pushing our agenda. So, he needs this to work. He needs to know he has loyal soldiers, and that should the cult plan fail, I care not. These experiments will accomplish proof that I can create conduits and draw power more swiftly from the shield and the ways. I am so close now. Don't worry, my love. I am coming. About 1.5 years ago, this satyr girl Ashen is obsessed with is interesting and presents an opportunity. Until now, the temple of the center has been inaccessible, wards keeping us out with even the power I now wield, but this Ashling, she has a natural connection. Ashen has knowledge he is not sharing, perhaps a past failure, perhaps from his former master? Matters little. I will use our network to set her a task. If she is what I think she is, she will break the wards without even thinking. If not, well, I will add her to the list of names I owe a debt to for when we are reunited. A week later, a puzzle box. The pieces belong to a puzzle box. More than that, a key. I must do what I can to retrieve both girl and box. Understanding is important. I am not one for shortcuts, but if this can help... No, it must help. Ashen must not suspect. None of them must. I have set Igith to task for now and given him leave to be creative. Around the time of the Chosen getting together. The Fey girl's friends are quite the problem. The Dragonborn, Revorkus was it, has set Ashen and the priest into quite the flurry. It appears they are both actively looking for ways to remove him from play. I should probably look into that as well. Eugene Appleby as well, the son of a hero of the Empire. If we have to remove that one, we should be clever about it. Callie has some ideas already. I think we should hold, though. If he is already picking Farkas's rituals, I want to see what else he can learn. Perhaps he can reveal things we have not thought of. And Aisling continues to stick in Ashen's craw. Something to do with her parents, I gather. Callie is spending a lot of more direct time in contact. I don't trust her intent, but having another link to our leader who's a bit more cunning is useful. I should be careful what I tell her, though. Marcel is right. If we want peace when we are reunited, sweeping the board may be the only way. Around the time of the Isle of Parshkik appearing, I have drawn on Linoir, his connection to the Embers and me. He has a responsibility for his part in what happened. I have got him to send his piece to Aisling to see what happens. Callie is delighted by the idea, and she has suggested she might want to be around the city to keep an eye on them all. I have loaned her Jath. I need to break from his sneering, dogged zealotry, and it still stings seeing him wear Bomb's face every day. Our spies indicate a mission of some importance will get them out of the city for a while, which will give us a chance to put everything in place. This island is curious, though. Its nature seems similar to the appearance of the temple at the centre. I wonder if its appearance reflects the change in nature of the Sky Shield. What did the Dragon King do to the Fifth Temple? Even I will not be able to bring everyone back if they should send the scattered lands tumbling from the skies. The night of the Grand Ball. It is time. By the end of tonight, I will be unmasked as a traitor to my house and my people, and I will be a fugitive from those I have loved. I am no diviner, but I suspect it will be these adventurers who have been a thorn in our side who will come looking for me. Unless Cotton and my plan works and removes them from play first. I know this then, heroes of the Cairn, or whatever you end up calling yourselves. I don't care about the machinations of Ashen, Callie and Matrim. They are yours to deal with as you see fit. My only devotion is to my work and my goals. If you have come for us, we will do what we must. You are not our enemies yet, so focus on those who are. I did not have time to remove Jaff from play, and for that I'm sorry. He remains loyal to Ashen and wears the face of Bolm. He knows the estate's defences, but only a mage can remove the wards to this room, so I am confident it will not be his hand that is holding this message now. And that is it.
Ooh. Ooh. God damn. Also, just real quick, Chris, that was beautifully delivered.
Thank you. You all stand in... I'm guessing Eugene probably reads this out to the room. Or does he read it to himself first? You're muted.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, he would just read it out to everyone.
I think there's a stunned silence as the last word drops away. You all look around. The weight and length of time involved in this conspiracy is much larger than any of you anticipated, and affects pretty much all of you personally.
Mm-hmm.
Your friends hold their breath, allowing space for you all to decide to talk first. I love that everybody is just kind of processing right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff, huh? A lot of people kind of pushing things around and making things happen and making bad things happen for a long time. So That's not great.
Do you know,
At least we kind of know a bit now.
I was... Truth be told, I was really hoping that we would discover that Phirun was forced into it and was an unwilling part of it, or
been possessed,
or
or was
something.
or was his body was stolen and then used. Someone else used it, or something, anything. But he's just like spiraled.
I mean, he's clearly being used by them as well, but he is certainly not an unwilling participant in all of this.
Yeah, he's using them just as much as
Oh yeah.
they're using him. Who does he mean when he says, we should focus on our enemies? Like, not them.
Would you like to roll an insight on that sentence?
Please. Yes. 24.
Guidance.
27.
So, some elements from the writing, and you kind of double check, probably wander over and double check things, how they're termed, just in case. Not that you distrust Eugene's delivery, it's just that there's a lot of information that you've just processed. Ashen doesn't think of himself as your enemy.
No.
He thinks the other three...
Phirun, you mean? Sorry.
Pyrun, sorry. Pyrun doesn't think of himself as your enemy. He thinks of your enemies being Ashen, Callie, and what is clearly Matrim from the description you're given. The worrying thing is the continual use of we, and it's not in the royal sense.
Yeah, that's what was confusing me.
He's talking about himself in a collective, a separate collective from these enemies you've got.
Does he mentioned Marcel quite a lot after she died.
Yes, although he did mention her in terms of the fact that he needed to continue his work to bring her back, so...
Yes, but it's like they're having conversations or something? Maybe?
Maybe.
I did want to ask on that subject, like, could I have a think about whether I know that if that's like magically possible for it to actually be Callie that's talking to him, or I guess my thinking is like, is this potentially something else, which is like pretending to be her in order to
pretending
get
to be
him
Marcel.
do something. Yeah.
Okay.
Roll me an investigation or Arcana check, and you can do it with advantage because you.
I'll
had
take
such a
Arcana,
really
please.
Yeah, you had such a good roll earlier, and I want to carry it over a little bit.
All right, that is a 30. No. Yes.
Cool.
Oh, damn.
This is the point that if we were sitting at the same table, you and I would have a whisper.
Nice.
But we're not doing that this way.
Do you want us to? I can take my headphones off.
Yeah.
It is fine, because I think you're probably going to share this in a minute anyway. That's a really good line of thought. There are spells that allow you to talk to the dead across the veil, return their
But
spirits.
this sounds more like she
in
came
the
to
room.
him, right?
Like they're meeting on a regular basis, having a conversation. Callie's skills imply that she could create that sort of like image of herself.
Marcel, you mean? I'm getting confused now.
Sorry, because you mentioned Callie.
I meant Marcel.
So, okay, cool. Right. So
Sorry.
let's just focusing in Marcel. Somebody could be pretending to be Marcel, but the way with the lucid way that he acknowledges he's kind of seems to be very aware of whatever conversations he's having with her are not natural. He's very
but my question. I think I confused you by saying the wrong name. My question is, could that be another entity using him to do something for them,
Yes.
by using
Marcel.
by pretending to be Marcel from Beyond the Veil or whatever?
Absolutely a possibility. With
Or
that-
is it possible for her to speak to him from beyond the veil?
He is now powerful enough a necromancer that he could probably do that on a regular basis. However, he is broken and desperate enough that if another entity caught him trying to do that, they could very easily use that to manipulate him.
Yeah.
It does sound like whoever he's talking to, he genuinely believes is Marcel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's also...
I think
Yeah.
I guess Eugene is of the thinking that she doesn't sound like the kind of person who, when alive, would want him to do that.
Mm-mm.
So to me, to Eugene, it's kind of clear that could be a possibility, that it's not actually her, because she wouldn't want him to be involved with this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, a freebie, because you did mention Callie, and I think you're kind of looking at all the options and angles. The skills that the Talons have shown from the description that Ski has given you, and your attack, the fight with the false Campbell, that appears to have been created and instilled in them by Phirun. Phirun created the new Talons.
Chris, can Rock very subtly, without attracting any attention, Rock is just, I think with that letter, Rock's first thought is, actually, where is Jath? So I think he's just gonna sidle back through the door and just kind of look around, because he's now it's suddenly that idea is hang on. So I just want to go back and have a look around to see if I can find it.
Make me a investigation or perception check.
Oh, come on. Oh, okay, 19.
19. What are you doing? Perception or investigation?
Investigation.
Investigation. You find some drag marks from where you know Jath was, and some familiar looking boot steps, and you kind of quickly find the body stashed behind one of the jars.
Oh my god.
The head kind of gently popped in its lap, decomposing slightly. And I think, because that was quite a good investigation, you're like, yeah, and Skier was not well when we came down, and you can smell the rot.
I'm just going to leave it where it is, and I'm going to go back into the room quietly, and I'm not going to say anything, but anytime Skier catches my eye, I'm just going to glare at her.
What?
Yo.
What? Why are you glaring at me for? What's your deal?
Feeling
What?
better?
Yes? Have I done something?
Ski's like, you want to go?
You wanna go? I'll go. I don't know where I'm going, but for real, what's your deal, man?
Theo, I'm going to give you a narrative moment here. It's been a very stressful day for Eugene on a number of levels.
Your new ears are itching.
Yeah. I would like you to describe how Eugene changes in this moment. Who does Eugene become whilst he's reading through these notes?
Oh, that's a good question.
Or, I mean, if you want...
I think...
Go on, sorry.
I think he is... Because he's thinking about how Phirun would have been feeling, like losing someone so close to him. And like he's imagining like the closeness of that connection. I think it causes him to think of the people closest to him and what he would do. Like, I guess he's kind of trying to think about what would drive a person, like a wizard, a smart man, to such lengths, and it causes him to think of like, what would I do? Like, could I say that I wouldn't do the same if someone had, if like Evelyn had died? What would I do in that situation? Would I do things that I wouldn't expect out of desperation? So I think he would change to Evelyn.
You will watch as Eugene ripples, shifts. His skin stays the same tone, the ears shorten, same height, bit bigger build, more feminine features, hair shorter, and you are face to face with Evelyn for a second. And that is where we're going to stop today's episode.
No!
The fuck?
No! No!
Holidays?
What?
He was a shapeshifter all along.
What?
He was Evelyn all along.
It was Evelyn
Oh
all
my
along.
God.
Evelyn's the big bad.
No.
Oh no, does anyone have fireball? Oh shit, wait. Oh boy.
Guys, this
Okay.
has been a very emotional, very
Jesus.
really
He's got over the last trauma, for fuck's sake.
Uh-huh.
Thank you all so much for some amazing roleplay and just really leaning into this. I really appreciate every single one of you. And we appreciate everybody at home as well. You guys are amazing. Thank you for bearing with us through a very dark episode. I'm going to change the music to something a little bit brighter, I think.
Thank you. I need 10 naps.
You need 10 naps. I am sorry for the trauma. There we go. Right. So, with that, it is just the chance for us to all say our goodbyes and where you can find us and if we have any projects going to start with. And I think I'm going to start with Wayne.
Sure. Hi, everybody. I didn't die this time, thankfully. Yeah, thanks for being here for this light-hearted and playful game that we play every week. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Created by Wayne, which is my YouTube and my Instagram, and I even have a TikTok that I'm going to try and start using just because it's fun. And also, please have a look for my free resources online. If you are launching anything and you need things like a sales page, etc., I actually have a free sales page template that you can create for any products and stuff like that, which a lot of people use for small businesses and things. So please have a look at that. Yes, my briefly free resources. And otherwise just come and say hi. On Instagram is where I'm usually. Otherwise, you can follow me on my YouTube channel where I do tutorials and design and stuff like that. And I'm waffling because I'm tired. Yep. Okay, love you, bye.
No reefs were harmed in the making of these free resources.
Neither were any reefers.
No. Michelle, would you go second, please?
Hi everyone. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me Feline Trickster on most social media things. I don't really have anything to shout about or plug at the moment. I'm just chilling, which is nice. Thanks. Short and sweet.
Love it.
Amazing.
Just like Skier.
Just like
Just like Michelle.
And to the point, I should say.
To the point, just like Skier. Yeah.
Charlie.
Yes. Hello, I'm Charlie. All my stuff is at charlievince.com. There's my portfolio and a shop, and link to my Instagram, which is pretty much my only social media. Exciting stuff, nothing much at the moment. I'm just drawing things and doing my thing and doing some client work that I'm not allowed to talk about yet because that's the illustration curse. And
I'm painting shop windows and launching books and stuff.
That's true. There were a couple of books that came out recently that I had the pleasure of illustrating, which was cool. So yeah, there's stuff on my Instagram about that. And thank you ever so much for coming and watching, and come join our Discord and give stuff to the Ko-fi so Chris can pay for all of our therapy that we're going to need after today. And also, hi Mum, happy birthday Mum, love you Mum.
Hi Charlie's
Mum!
Happy birthday. I bought you some trauma.
Yay!
Sorry, this was the episode.
I'm sorry I wasted your inspiration.
You
didn't waste
You
it.
didn't!
You used
Yes,
it.
he did.
Right, yeah. No
But throw
inspiration.
that dice in the bin though.
It was two different dice. I
They're
didn't use
both
the same
dead.
one.
They're both
Yeah.
dead.
Can I
Dice
give a
shopping
little,
this week, Theo?
yeah, a little
Always.
sneak behind the screen. Last week, Theo rolled in expectation and rolled even lower. So
Eugene was meant to die.
yeah, so this was meant to happen.
And come back as his sister.
Come back as his sister. I mean, always threatened to come back as his sister. So
I did say that was my backup character.
That is
That's
true.
very true. It's very true.
Awesome. Yes. Hang on, where did I get to? Is it you,
Theo.
You're next. Yes, sorry. Distracted myself. it's been a tiring day.
My website is theoblueillustration.com. You can go there, look at my artwork, and there are links there to find me on other places on the internet. And thank you for coming. Sorry I died.
We'll forgive you in time.
Sorry.
Rock must just be revealed that he can pick on someone. They can pick on someone else about this now.
Also, if there are any of you who are in or around Norwich or can get here, on Wednesday there is an event at the Waterstones here where there is this exceptional graphic novel being launched, and the author and writer is going to be there. It's Theo. And it's their book. So if you are in Norwich, it is at Waterstones. Have a look on their events page for Norwich. We will all be there, so.
Hell yeah, we will.
Perfect. I just got a piece of ice in the wrong moment.
That's all right. Yes, you do, Hedge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that just leaves me. I am Chris Mepham RPG, wherever your media is socialed. I'm also the voice behind At Some Other Heroes most of the time. if you are watching us on YouTube or replay, hi, we see you. Thank you so much. We do love that you come and spend time with us. At least 50% of our views come from people who catch up on bots and things, so we really, really do appreciate the time and come and spend with us. We will be back next week with the follow-up to what's been quite a dramatic few episodes. So find out some more. I will, if you are in the Discord, I will pop the lore of what I just dropped in there, so you can read it for yourself and your own leisure. Take your time, really digest and kind of get the red string out. Other than that, it's nearly Pride. We've got a lot to show you. We're really excited for that, so bear with us. We're going to have a lot of fun.
There will be thirst, there will be swords, and there will be lesbians.
What more do you need?
Well, there will be much more.
There will be much more, and we will bring you more announcements as we go. In the meantime, roll dice, tell stories, love one another. It's been an interesting thing. So we'll see you soon. We love you. Bye.
Love you, bye!
Bye.